Hi everyone, my name is Mayor George Brown, City of Wilkes-Barre, and today I'm going to read to you a book called The Line Leader, written by Dr. Sowcik and Miss Jones. This looks like a very interesting book to me. So, here's the first 2 pages. As the sun began to rise and shine on Thursday morning, Spider climbed down from her web and crawled to her classroom. She was eager to go to school because she knew that teacher, Mr. Owl, had an exciting announcement to make. Here's the next 2 pages, guys. Tomorrow, we are having a party, Mr. Owl announced as his class cheered. It will be a great celebration. So great, there will even be ice cream. Oh, I love ice cream. I don't know if you guys do, but I love ice cream. What are we celebrating? Bumblebee asked. We are celebrating some very special leaders who will be in our classroom, replied Mr. Owl. Now, Spider wondered which special leaders would be visiting her class. Spider's friend Cat was especially curious. The students spent the next few minutes trying to guess who might be visiting. Here's the next 2 pages. Maybe Principal Lion will be coming. He's a great leader who is strong and powerful. Or maybe it'll be Mr. Bear. He leads the Cub Scout troop. Maybe it'll be Colonel Ant, who leads the army. Will he be coming to our classroom? Leaders make rules. Mayor Wolf makes sure everyone does what they are supposed to do. Here's the next 2 pictures. Those are all great examples of leaders, but none of them will be here Friday, said Mr. Owl. It is a surprise. I like surprises. Do you like surprises? I really like surprises. Now, today, you must get the classroom ready for our celebration. I have some jobs listed on the board. Please make sure all this work gets done for tomorrow. Spider enthusiastically read the book and wondered which job she would get to do. At the moment, the students began arguing who would be in charge of the classroom job. Wise Mr. Owl came up with an idea. He'd meet with each student to see which job he or she would do best. Here's the next 2 pages. Can you guys all see that? One by one, he called the students up from the front of the class so he could meet with them. One by one, he asked, what job would you like to have and why? And one by one, each child said they want to be the line leader because the line leader would be the best leader of all students. The next 2 pages. You see Mr. Owl? He's the teacher. Finally, Mr. Owl called up Spider. In front of the whole class, Mr. Owl addressed Spider and said, let me guess, you want to be the line leader. But is there any other job you might want? Now, Spider thought for about a minute. She could see herself as one of the door holders, but she knew she was too weak to hold open the door. Next couple pictures. Horse and gator should hold the doors because they are the strongest. Many animals will have to depend on them, and they are always reliable. Horse nodded, and Gator agreed. The class knew that Spider was right. Spider would enjoy being a teacher's assistant, but she was not that experienced enough to help. Cat should be the teacher's assistant because he can help the other animals with their homework and projects. He is curious and willing to do new things. Cat meowed happily. Here's the next 2 pages. Spider wanted to be the lunch helper, but she could not reach the lunches on the top shelf. Giraffe is the right student to help with the lunches because he is the tallest. Giraffe and the other students nodded in agreement. Spider thought she could clean up the toys, but she knew she was not fast enough. Now Bumblebee should be the toy cleaner because he is the fastest and the most efficient. Bumblebee is always hardworking and accomplishes his goals. Bumblebee buzzed around the classroom and started his job. Oh, this is a nice picture. Wait till you see these two. How about that? You guys all see that? Now, Spider wanted to be the greeter so she could meet the leaders first. But Spider knew she was too shy for that job. Peacock is the most confident and assured of herself. She should be the greeter. Peacock was proud that Spider chose her. Wait till you guys see this picture. How about that? You guys take a minute and look at that. It's a big, busy picture. Okay? And yes, of course, Spider wanted to be the line leader, but she knew she was too small, and someone might step on her. Oh no, I'd hate to see that. I have an idea, Spider said. I think that Turtle should lead the line. Turtle is determined and won't stop until we all get to where we should be going. Turtle smiled. Okay, here's the next two pictures. All of the animals stopped fighting and went home happily, knowing that they all would get to help prepare for Friday's celebration. Spider, however, crawled home sadly because there was no more jobs left. She cried and said, I'm the only student without a job. I can never be a leader because I'm too small and powerless. The next morning, the students arrived early to lead each other in getting their tasks done. They worked hard and with a great deal of energy. Without a designated task, Spider supported her friends and made sure everyone was doing their job well. Here's the next two. Can I see that? Everyone waited for the leaders to arrive. They waited and waited, but no one came into the classroom. Finally, Spider asked, when are the leaders coming? Mr. Owl smiled. You are all performed your task wonderfully. You are all the leaders. You are all celebrating. What about me? Spider asked sadly. I'm not a good leader. I didn't do anything. I'm too small. Here's the next page. Actually, Spider, you're the most important leader of all, and your size had nothing to do with it. In fact, you did the most important job without even realizing it. Because of your web of connections, you knew the perfect job for all the students. You stopped the fighting and helped all of your classmates discover their strengths. Mr. Owl told her, without you, Spider, nothing would have been accomplished. The class agreed, and Spider smiled. Here's the next couple pages. A leader's job is to help others, people to help work and lead effectively. Mr. Owl wisely remarked, you don't have to be the strongest, the biggest, or the oldest to be a great leader. You can be a great leader by being humble, helping others, and inspiring them to be the best they can be. And the end.